messed it up yet again.
It's okay. He's vibing to it. He feels it.
Yeah, nobody else can hear it.
I ran out of breath. Never mind.
What's up, everybody? It's Bass and Brews. It's Friday. It's Monday. It's whatever day you're listening to the show on. We are your weekly distraction from high-quality podcasts. This
or
week,
just regular quality podcast.
or even low quality. We're kind of your distraction from that, too. This week, we've got the one and only Ramon Outdoors is here, making his third appearance on the show. We'll talk about that in a minute. He's got quite the history with the show. But just some reminders, if you want to join the Discord, hit me up on Instagram or TikTok. I will send you a link. There's been some shenanigans, including, just like I said last week, this menace that is Ramon Outdoors is in there starting shit already, which is wonderful. If you don't know what Discord is, it's just a chat room. It's like AOL, except for there's no old guy trying to get feet pics.
This asshole told me, hey, I got the Discord back up. I'm going to need you to
Make an appearance.
Make an appearance or something.
Yeah, I did.
I texted him back, said, I'm not doing that.
Uh-huh.
And so I signed on today to make an appearance. And there's like 8 other Discords with me. I don't know, offset Discords. I don't know what the hell you call them.
Channels.
And how am I supposed to keep up with all this social media? Why are we going backwards? Why do we have social media where we can see pictures and videos to go back to fucking chat rooms?
You know what, Paul? That is a very good point. I think it's funny how we've gone from getting away from group chats and forums to social media, and now we're going back.
We're going.
You know
back
what I'm
to
going to do? I'm gonna give everybody Alex's.
AOL.
I'm gonna give everybody Alex's cell phone number and my cell phone number, and we're just gonna have a group chat, but only if you have an iPhone, because we ain't having no peasant green screens in our group chat.
Peasant. And then also make sure you sign up for the Patreon. We're going to have more details, but you will be getting one live show a month if you become a Patreon member. You're only going to be able to access that show on Patreon. So, yeah.
It is going to be a really good time because it's not going to have anything. So we want folks to know that are listening to the regular podcast. Hold on, excuse me. That the Patreon is not going to have anything to do with the regular show. We're not going to take any content from the regular show or anything we do on the regular show and put it into the Patreon stuff. The Patreon stuff is just really going to be Alex and us with a live chat, shooting the shit, talking about whatever, you know, how long people's toes are, when's the last time you showered, which toilet paper you like to wipe your ass with, anything, but it ain't gonna have nothing to do with the regular show. So
correct. Yeah, we won't
the
have
folks
any
that
guests
don't want to pay
like
to come watch us, because I wouldn't pay. I'm not paying for no damn Patreon for Bass and Brews. But for those that do, we are gonna have a good time. It's gonna be wonderfully wonderful. And yeah, it's going to be great. I might go topless an episode or two. I still have my bikini from the live event. That might make an appearance. Minus the panties, because those things are way too tight. And so, also, I have a little bit of poison oak on my balls.
Yeah,
ivy.
I saw that TikTok. That's gross. That's a perfect segue.
It's just so good. You know, for guys that have balls, when you scratch them, you know how good it feels.
Yeah,
get you some poison ivy or poison oak. Not a lot, just a a little bit.
Just the tip,
just a little bit. But no, only on your balls. And I promise you, it will itch so good.
That's a wonderful segue. So we've got Ramon on. If you guys don't know, Ramon was actually the very first guest of Bass and Brews. I've known him for some time now. What are we going on, like 3 years now, I think?
And then he's canceled on us like 3 times after that.
Hence the name. Wait, this way. Hence the name.
Mr. Flake.
Mr.
It's
Flake.
perfect. I like it.
Hey, how do you like my name, Ramon?
I love it. You know what? You should start a YouTube channel.
I have one, and I'm not starting a second one. It's all shorts. Though I do have a camping video coming out probably this weekend.
Can't wait. I like your camping stuff.
If you guys don't know, Ramon's been doing this probably as long as we've known each other, and you've kind of we both kind of started the YouTube thing together, and you have done way better at it than I have. And it's been really cool to see it kind of evolve through the last couple of years of where you could really find in your stride, but still making it better.
Because he actually goes fishing.
Well,
It's not
there's
even.
that.
It's not
There's
even that he catches fish. He actually goes fishing, and so that really makes a fishing YouTube channel.
It does.
Worth watching when you actually go.
Yeah, and what's awesome is, if you guys don't know, Ramon does have a medical condition, and his medical condition is he can't catch big fish. So somehow he's been able to have a good YouTube channel with catching the smallest fish possible. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't catch big fish. Never once held a fish that's big.
5.5 pounds. That's bigger
Yeah.
than Alex's.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And
Mine was
he
6
caught it.
pounds,
And he caught it on a
15
and he
ounces.
caught it on like a 64-ounce jig head.
Yeah.
With a 2 millimeter mealworm.
Tiny thing. Yeah.
I dig it. That's awesome, though. That PB is amazing, and it's great to see you overcome your, you know.
And I'm gonna claim it now. That is my official PB. My unofficial PB is around 7 pounds.
Why is it
Bullshit.
unofficial?
Bullshit.
Because go back.
Why is it?
It's
why is it
unofficial because I didn't
unofficial?
have a scale and I based it off
then-
of length.
Yeah, that's no. Well, that link bullshit does not.
That's
work.
why I said 6 to 7, and I say it in the video. I'm gonna
no.
say it's more of a 6 pound.
That's a range, and
Yeah.
we do not count ranges as PBs.
You don't
have
listen,
to.
you don't have to count
measure it.
I'm gonna count it.
No, you shouldn't count it. Don't
Why
sell
not?
yourself
Who
short.
says I can't count it?
I says it.
Well, that's good for
Every
you. I'm gonna
every
count it.
angler in America says it.
And you know what? Every angler in America can keep going on and doing their
I
thing.
have seen so many people in person. Not, it's hard to tell by a picture or video, but I have seen people in person that have caught nice 5-pounders and like this is an 8-pounder. And
No.
you know, nah, dude, that is
I've
a really
held-
good fish. That's a big fish. It's a good fish house, but if that's 8 pounds,
No, I never
the
said it
long
was an
smalley.
8-pounder.
You said 6 to
long
7.
smalley.
Might as
I
well
said
be
6 to 7.
10.
You know what?
Look,
You're
if
right.
you
It's
would've-
now a 10-pounder. Paul
It's
said
now
it.
a 10.
I've caught a
There it is.
10-pounder before. Paul just said it. We're gonna run with it. Thank
Ramon's
you.
in the
If you-
double-digit club.
If you would have filleted it and showed me the size of the fillets, I could have weighed it for you just by visual
Next
sight.
time.
Because I have eaten a bunch of 7 to 8 pounders filleted.
Next time I will fillet it just for you.
You should.
You know what?
Make sure
I'll call
keep
you
the
over.
eggs.
I'll call you over. You can come.
Yeah.
We'll cook it up.
I'll show you how to cook deep fry the eggs.
Okay, that sounds good. Do you salt it first?
How you like them eggs, girl? Deep fried or fertilized? Deep fried or fertilized?
Anyways, yeah, I do catch small fish, and that is by choice, not by accident. I just have
You
fun.
carved out a great
Yes.
niche though by doing that because you're doing it from the bank
Yep.
and you're doing it with lures that are geared towards going out there and just catching fish. And the majority of folks fishing, all they want to do is go catch fish to eat or just the tug is the drug.
Yeah.
And you are creating content where people can come out there and buy their mule gear stuff. And we'll talk about this at some point tonight, the little package I got from Raymond. And you're making
Oh,
it.
wait,
people
you
can
got
go out
one
there and
too?
catch fish.
Oh, what the fuck? I thought I was
Bitch, you weren't special. I mean, you
Oh,
are
man,
special, but not that kind
man.
of special.
If it makes you feel better, you had a unique drawing on each of yours.
Oh, what was your drawing, Paul?
Dick and balls.
Nice.
It was not that.
Nice. It was the prototype for the long smalley. Solid. Oh, that's a great white piece of paper. That was that
It's
a
a-
peanut? Is that a
That's
boiled peanut?
exactly what it is. It's a peanut.
It's a boiled peanut with the sunglasses he's wearing right now.
Yeah. Well,
perfect.
No.
Hey, what
Those are
made
my
you
Wild
just-
Bill glasses.
So
right
I know
there.
you kind of started the way a lot of YouTubers do, right? So you did start kind of conventionally. You know, you go out there, you fish. Your whole channel was you were just starting fishing, kind of at a later age, but you did a lot of like product reviews to begin with, right? You did a lot of
Yeah.
like, here's the line that I use, here's this, because that seems like an easy way for people to gain traction. What made you kind of switch that up instead of a straight one-on-one, here's a product, where you've done a good job of like showing a fishing adventure and then showing that product kind of like hiding in the ad almost in there.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's the easy answer. I started catching fish.
Gotcha.
So I started the YouTube channel because I had the creative itch. I liked fishing. I wasn't that good at fishing. I was just learning, but I liked making videos.
Hey, real quick, go get some poison ivy
No.
and just a little bit on your balls, and tell me if the creative itch was as good as the poison ivy on the balls itch.
I'm gonna let you handle that. But no, yeah, and you can actually see it and I'm not telling anybody to go do this, but if you go watch my earlier stuff, you'll see the point where I started catching fish, and not to go heavy on mule, but it's because I found these lures.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of my channel since then has been showing people how you can catch lures if you're not that good of an angler. Because to
Fish,
be honest,
not
when
lures. You say catch lures.
Oh yeah, catch lures, catch fish. You know what I meant. But point
Well,
is,
I was just making sure our listeners knew what you meant.
I appreciate
They
you.
knew
Paul.
what he meant.
I appreciate.
I'm here
He's
to
sassy
clarify.
tonight. He is
I'm
sassy
here to-
tonight.
I
I'm
appreciate
here
your
to
honesty.
clarify the unclarifiable.
Paul's gonna keep me in line for sure. But it was one of those things, because there's a ton of people out there. There's a ton of sticks out there who make content and they're catching big fish. And not just bass, but like all kinds of different fish. There's saltwater guys. There's even panfish guys like Tide Pig Patrol, who's out there catching huge bluegill and things like that. But
If it ain't bass, they don't count.
sure,
IMO.
sure. But my goal was I'm gonna show the perspective of what a beginner angler, what the adventures of a beginner angler are, and what I'm using as a mediocre angler to catch fish. Anything I ever showcase in my video is because I can catch fish with it. And I've had the question before, are there any things you don't recommend, or how come you don't do a video on products you wouldn't buy? And I'm like, because that doesn't benefit anybody. It's just kind of like throwing a company under the bus. But if you really want to get deep in the sauce, just look at stuff that I've used and stopped using.
Who the hell makes fishing videos with lures that they don't catch fish with?
They're out there.
I think there's a
top
lot of
5
negativity.
things I wouldn't
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's one thing, but anyway, okay.
I think, and that
Look,
goes to
I'm
your,
following you. I'm a little behind. I'm following you,
It's okay.
but
It's okay.
I'm also over here chasing butterflies. So, what is your favorite butterfly?
Oh my God,
Monarch.
you're killing me. Anyways, I really like that you don't
like
do
the
that,
monarch.
right? I think it's nice to
It's
see.
the only butterfly you know.
Oh my
It
God,
is.
I fucking
It is
hate both
definitely-
of you right now. I hate both
It is
of you.
definitely the only butterfly I know. But that doesn't mean it's a bad butterfly.
The monarch butterfly, we're losing them.
I know.
They could become extinct.
Breaks my heart.
I know.
Yeah, I
It
might
sucks.
be fucking becoming extinct at this point. Like, me being on the show might be extinction.
Well, we'll miss you.
That's
Ramon,
why.
you have a new
That's why
job.
Ramon. That's why Ramon came in with that fancy background. He's trying to take my job. This is what this is right here.
Well,
No, this is the relaunch. This is the relaunch of the Go Outdoors podcast. Thank you guys
finally.
for coming. Today we have Paul and his sidekick Alex.
We have.
So why don't you guys tell us about yourself?
Ramon indoors. I'm not Paul.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, I do like that your channel is full of positivity. I mean, we like to stir feathers and all of that stuff, but it is
What?
nice to see. Yeah, stir
Stir
feathers.
feathers.
Ruffle. You ruffle.
No,
feathers.
I like to fucking stir them.
What are they in that you're stirring them?
What are we
pot.
cooking
'Cause
when
I'm
we're
stirring in the
feathers?
pot. It makes sense.
But why are there
But-
feathers in the pot?
Bo, you're combining
Because you have
two
to.
shits
You have to
that-
have feathers to make feather soup. Duh.
This motherfucker says stir feathers, and he meant stir the pot.
I
Or
meant stir
ruffle
the pot
feathers,
and ruffle
but I'm
the
pretty
feathers.
sure he's never heard. Oh my gosh.
That sounds
Anyways.
like something someone who puts olives on their tacos would say.
Listen, we talked about
Hey, and
this.
if-
Black olives are amazing on tacos.
They don't belong on tacos.
they no, never.
Listen,
Thank you, Paul.
listen.
No.
I've been making regular
You probably-
ass tacos
You probably
for
flour.
years.
You probably eat flour tortillas too, don't you?
Oh yeah, I never make them. Actually, if I'm going somewhere legit, I want it on corn. But if I'm making it at home on Taco Tuesday, it's shitty store-bought flour tortillas.
Man,
100%.
homemade corn tortillas are one of the easiest things to make, and they are way more delicious than any corn tortilla you could ever buy.
It's great. All
All
right.
you need is masa.
Masa harina.
Masa harina.
There you go.
And for those that don't know, just read the package if it doesn't say harina. And
don't
if
want
it
it.
says lime, if it has lime in the ingredients, then you've got the proper masa. But matter of fact, the best place to go buy it is go to your local Mexican or Hispanic grocery store, and all of theirs will be the proper masa that you need to make delicious corn tortillas. And they ain't gonna break apart when you roll them up and try to eat them either.
Unless you make them too dry.
That's right. No dry tortillas. That's where Astroglide comes in. There's a lot of things we don't want dry, and corn tortillas is one of them. Don't add it to your corn tortilla now, even though it is edible. But don't add it. Y'all know the point I'm trying to make is there's certain things you don't want dry. And one of them's corn tortillas, and the other's anything that you would need to use Astroglide for.
So wait, Paul, are you saying that if you want a non-dry but a moist taco, you need to use Astroglide? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
There's a couple different ways to go about it, but yes, Astroglide is a great way to have moist tacos.
Perfect. That one threw me off. That one. Fucking A, Paul. All right, this comes from the Discord.
Cool.
Man, fuck that Discord.
Is long form content worth spending time on for lower subscriber channels? So like your beginner channels, or are shorts the key to building a follower base to maybe build into long form later on? So no, it's not.
Here's why. Well, hold on. You said if you want to build into long form later on.
Well, so one, the first part of the question is long form content worth spending time on, or should you do shorts to build up that sub count and then switch to long?
You should do both, unless you only intend to do shorts, or unless you only intend to do long form. If you want to build an audience, and this is when the podcast is going to start getting boring, the retention is dropping, everyone's leaving. Paul, this is when you come in with a quick little zinger. But
I'll take my shirt off.
No, don't do that. But if you want to build an audience that is both long form and short form, you should do both. And this is coming from experience. Most of my subscribers have come from shorts.
You're right.
Most of my long form views do not come from my subscribers because, and it's crazy because this is what I've thought for a long time, but now that I'm hearing it from like bigger channels, the subscription feed is dead. The last time I went into my subscription feed and watched a video from there, I was either watching it YouTube on my TV,
Right.
or a year plus ago. Everything is coming through me recommended.
Okay, all right. Here's the problem with that I see, and you educate us on this.
Mm-hmm.
If folks want to start generating some income, some revenue from their YouTube, they have to get the subscribers though. And if you don't get the subscribers, then you're either making content because you enjoy it and you just want to make it to put it out there. Otherwise, you're wasting your time if you're trying to get to where you're making money.
Yeah.
So how do you turn the shorts, or how do you generate the subscribers in?
So shorts is a good way. Like I said, I didn't say don't make shorts. If you want to,
yeah. I'm just saying they said the subscription part of it is dying or dead. And
Well, the subscription feed, right?
the subscription feed is dead.
right.
Yeah.
So my point was that
Okay.
the subscribers
okay, I got
that
you.
you
The
get,
feed. I got you. Okay.
even
okay.
in terms of long form subscribers, let's say, because I would say I get probably like 10% of my subscribers come from long form videos, and that 10%, even those subscribers don't really come from like those returning viewers don't come from the subscription feed. The subscriber count is still important to get monetized, and I can go days on how to get monetized, but the short of it is you have to get those first 1,000 subscribers, and the fastest way to do that is shorts. Now you got to make good shorts, and what a good short is going to be depending on your audience. I've found that highlights that are from my videos are the easiest type of shorts for me to make, and then condensed versions of my longer videos are easy for me to make. I have the footage, all I have to do is cut it up differently, and we're good to go.
I got you. So you're so what you're saying is that YouTube is taking the TikTok approach with the feed, in that you have your subscriber feed, but instead of them putting all the content from YouTube or your subscribers or the people that you subscribe to is what you're seeing, they're taking that TikTok approach where you'll see a few subscribers, but the majority of the content you're seeing in your feed is just random shit based off of whatever algorithm.
No, I think it's really good. I think it's been better lately to where it puts in stuff like, let's say I watch. My new favorite thing to watch on TikTok is drunk people getting pulled over and arrested and watching the body cam footage because I think it's fucking hilarious. Some of these people, right? So I'll get like a couple of the people I watch and then I'll get a random person, but still completely on topic with what I'm watching, right? And then I'll get a couple of videos from people like I think that it's not called the For You page. Whatever their front splash is so much better than it was a year or two ago, because I would have to go to subscriptions because that front one would have like Logan Paul and all this shit that I didn't fucking watch at all, right? But now it's getting a lot better to where like, oh, I want to watch that. Like I want to see that. It's
getting tailored a lot more to the individual. But to answer the question, is long form worth it for someone who is starting off with shorts? If you intend to make long form content in the long run, yes, because converting those short form viewers to long form is more difficult than the other way around. Because short form viewers, just like TikTok, they have a specific thing that they're looking for. If you go into your shorts feed, you're not looking to watch a 10-minute video on how to tie a fishing knot. You want quick little
Who the
things
fuck
here and
is
there.
watching 10-minute videos on tying a knot?
Someone's out there, man. But not Mr. Warbucks.
Look, if it takes 10 minutes for you to tie a knot.
Oh, I fucking get it. Hold on. I fucking get it. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, Ramon. We're going after my knot tying. Fantastic.
I mean,
I want to read the text. Hold on. I want to read the text where Ramon said, hey, go easy on me tonight.
Yeah.
Right? And then he comes in and is just firing shots left and right. Ridiculous.
You told me we treat our guests nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's a complete fucking lie.
Yeah, well, I put the little lie face on there, but
exactly. Thank you for that. But to answer the question,
hey, Ramon, what makes you such a good storyteller?
Well,
that was a rhetorical question.
There's
only
being
one
a writer
we've had on here was
being a writer for Field and Stream and in fishermen and working on cast and retie.
Yep.
All those things just make it so easy for me to tell any story in all the stories possible.
I love that when we put I didn't get it so much on TikTok, but when we put that video, the little reel out on Instagram, that was like instantly people saying, Jess was like, why are you such a good storyteller? Just over and over in the comments. I'm glad everybody picked up on that. Paul said that a million times.
Well, if Joe would have answered the question properly, I would have quit not keep asking it.
But to answer the question, because I feel like I still haven't answered the question.
Okay.
That's why I'm a good storyteller.
Which one?
That's why I'm a good storyteller. But long form content, make it if you intend to make it in the future, because it's hard for you to translate those. There's a few shorts YouTube creators that I follow, fishing and non-fishing, and I see their long form videos, and there's a stark contrast between their shorts and their long form videos, and their views for those long form videos. I'm talking like 1 million subscriber channels. They get anywhere between like 5,000 to 10,000 views. Yeah. So it's hard to translate that over.
Do your long form videos need to be more raw now, or do they need to be uber produced? Because a couple years ago, the ones that were really well produced seemed to be what YouTube was pushing. What are they doing now? Do they want more of that raw footage? Do they want highly produced? What are they looking for?
I don't know. And honestly, I don't really spend too much time thinking about that. I don't think about what YouTube wants. I mainly think about like what kind of video I want to make for the audience that I'm trying to grow. And the audience that I'm trying to go is someone who just enjoys watching someone go fishing and follows along. whether they want high production or low production. I'm just going to give them the best production I can give. My first kayak video was a terrible video where I caught no fish. The camera was pointing at my foot most of the time. And
At least it wasn't a crotch shot.
it almost was. That was me avoiding it.
How the fuck was it pointing at your foot, but almost a crotch shot?
You're going to have to go back and find it.
Oh,
The
he's
dynamics of human
slow
body.
flex. Nope. He was like, listen,
anatomy.
it was a croc shot, but it just showed my ankle, if you know what I mean.
No, not at all. It just, that was the best place I can put it. But now,
What she said.
and I was just talking with Bass and Basky about this. I have a more elaborate setup with an over the shoulder. I have my chest mount, and then I have a handheld that I have stashed away in the kayak for when I need it. And slowly up, and not even, 2 of those cameras are GoPro Hero 5s that I bought used and that still do the job. Most of my videos are shot on
Like an
super
older hooker.
outdated. Most of my videos are shot on outdated equipment. Like that's just the fact. I don't buy the most latest and greatest because I don't have that kind of money to be throwing around.
And I want to back up a little bit. You said that you don't care what YouTube wants.
No.
I look at social media like a spouse, your husband or your wife.
Yeah.
It matters what they want. You can't just do your little thing, or they're never
the
going to be
audience.
pleased.
The audience matters, right?
That way. I can't get the pointing down that way.
Yeah, the audience matters. Like, you want to...
But the audience can't get your shit if it ain't what YouTube wants.
Yeah,
you
they
got to
can.
keep...
Here's the thing. And
I'm going to talk in circles tonight.
go ahead. Talk in circles. I'll talk in squares. Here's the thing.
Hey, the good thing about circles is they don't have to be straight to be a circle.
The good thing about squares is they all have points. Now,
But
to get
what
to my
if you
point,
draw a diamond square?
it's still a square.
Anyways.
It's just turned. Anyways,
Y'all
The
look.
Egyptians don't agree.
well, they're not here. No, actually, they still are. The ancients
I mean,
aren't here.
they're still
They're still Egyptians. Egypt still exists. Anyways,
The Mayan pyramids are better than the Egyptian pyramids,
All
in
right.
my opinion.
I've never
Let
been
him
to
finish,
either
Paul.
to see
Let him
them.
finish.
I've never been to either, but I
I
have
did
seen
see
pictures.
a pyramid in one of those water globes before. Not the snow globes, the water ones.
Mm.
It was nice. Looked
I've seen a
very-
couple pyramid schemes.
Me
They
too.
suck, though.
Which
The
one's your favorite?
Fucking worst pyramids in the world are the pyramid schemes,
The ones in the fishing community?
just in general.
Oh, okay.
But
Anyways,
you're talking about pro
being in the
staff?
fishing world, yes, fishing pyramid schemes
Mm-hmm.
are like they're in their infancy stage. They're still bringing people in.
They're
and
out
still
there, man.
taking their money, and it's
I'm trying to get
terrible.
confirmation. I guess we're seeing the end of some of that with Mystery Tackle Box is going away. Ketchco is
I heard that. Is that
downsizing by
true?
50%.
I've heard that. Is that true?
I heard that too. I couldn't find anything.
I
Okay.
got
I've heard
some
it.
random stuff that was just like a screenshot of a text, and I was like, well, that's weak. But supposedly that's the news. There are a bunch of YouTube videos saying like, hey, we got the last box. I did go to their website today, and you can still buy a
sign up
box.
for their subscriptions. Yeah, that's the
Exactly.
first
So
place
I'm
I
kinda
went. Is
like,
like, can
Hey,
I still
that's
buy
okay.
one?
You can
Yeah.
still sign up for the Angler app, and they would charge your ass 2 years after their fucking app died.
Oof.
And there was absolutely no way to do away with their subscription because I signed up for it when I first got into fishing. That bitch charged me for the last 2 years, and I had to dispute it with a credit card company, and luckily got that shit taken off. But there was no way to unsubscribe, and them sorry ass motherfuckers have been out of business. Fuck that Angler app.
I don't even know what you're talking
Fucking
about. I've
spot
never heard of
burner,
that.
bitch.
So algorithms and audience. One of the things that I get a question about, or at least I see, is people getting angry about the algorithm. Doesn't matter if it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, stuff
99
like
of them
that.
bitches can't spell algorithm and damn sure don't know what one is.
Well, that's okay. But I always say that stop focusing on trying to beat the algorithm and focus on building an audience.
And a little
that
back
doesn't
history here.
necessarily mean-
Ramon does this for a living, y'all. So, like, this is his realm. he knows algorithms
not
and
his
shit. This
channel.
is his
No,
Not his channel. He has
no, not his channel, but in his
other
real life,
successful people,
in his
better
real
looking
life.
people, all that stuff. Because looks is a huge part of it.
Like
100%.
his job,
Yeah.
his job is catching big fish in the social media realm. Like if he made videos about what he does professionally, he would be the Ben Milliken of making social media.
let's break it here. He's actually the fluffer for Milliken. He catches the big fish, and then once he brings it up, he lets it out a little bit. Ben takes over, and then they shoot a video, and Milliken got famous. That's the truth. Is that not correct, Ramon?
I'm gonna say no. That's not
Oh, okay.
correct.
Well, shit.
I don't
got
know,
bad
Ben.
info on that one.
Very much. But yeah, just focus on building your audience. I mean, I'll give you a good point. Your audience is probably one of the most dedicated that I've seen in such a long time, and not to not to downplay it at all. This is 100% like giving you guys props. I've never seen a more dedicated audience that goes to bat for you guys. You have Wolf of Wall Street making you memes for free.
Yep.
For free, like spending
Yep.
time. The guy has kids.
No shit, right?
And he's doing it for free. If that doesn't
Yeah, but
tell
he
you
doesn't
something,
have a job. He doesn't have a job. He's a baby daddy now. That's all he does. He sits at home, makes memes, takes care of the children.
We did steer him in the right direction to get his fucking hand fixed. So
Yeah.
we did get him a little
Yeah,
something.
so if anything, Mrs. Wolf owes us some money. Now she doesn't have to look at that gangrenous hand trying to touch her.
His cabin boy hand.
But you're right. You're right. We do have, like, we've never asked him to do that, and he cranks them out, and we love Dave for that. It's amazing.
And Lucky Bastard does the same thing. He
Yep.
cranks out memes, and you know what? It's made them better social media content creators because their meme games starting off were really trashy. They were square boxes on faces, and now like they have us talking in videos, and it's not actually. It's amazing. It's great. All the Brewskis are great people.
exactly
They're awesome.
And that is really what you're looking for. You're not looking for you're not trying to beat an algorithm. If you're trying to beat an algorithm, you're not gonna have a good time. You're chasing views, you're chasing likes and comments, and that's honestly not gonna be fun for you. You're gonna burn out very quickly. I mean, Alex, you and I have seen quite a few content creators who have just stopped, and it's usually because they all say the same thing. I just needed a break. It was getting to be too much. I was getting stretched too thin. And
Go Outdoors podcast.
Yeah, a good point. I started that podcast, and here's the thing. I stopped that podcast because it took so much time for me to line up guests, and I quickly learned I don't like interviewing. It's not my thing. I'm not good at it. So I was like, we're going to end it here. I
think that your first episode was the best episode, and you should have ended it after episode 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, trying to beat the algorithm is like trying to beat without Astroglide.
He's still going. I will say, so that's why because me and you talked forever about YouTube, and we still do, right? But like when I just stopped doing it, and that's it. I felt burned out. I felt like I was chasing stuff. And what I personally like, and you asked, like, well, what's more important, the podcast or Swamp Rat Fishing YouTube? And I was like, it's the podcast. And why I love the podcast is I don't have to chase the algorithm. It's going to get out there, and maybe somebody will find it just because those podcast platforms aren't built with like a lot of that curating. I mean, there is curating, obviously, right? But I feel like it's easier to get down a rabbit hole and then build an audience through podcasting than it is off YouTube.
Yeah.
But we've seen our growth through our podcast specifically from our listeners on social media, and over the last year, it's been primarily through TikTok,
right?
Where we're seeing new viewers come in because of the folks, our followers on TikTok, are sharing and posting about the podcast. That's where we see a lot of growth. When Alex was gone and it was just me, I wasn't doing a lot of social media stuff. We saw growth, but it would be, I guess, what you call more organic, because it was just out there and going. But when he got back and he started doing a lot more social media for those 3 or 4 months before he got a job, we saw a ton of growth through that. And that correlated with the amount of people on social media that were sharing and talking about the podcast. And then we see it still now. Hey, I found your podcast because so-and-so posted something.
Yeah.
So the social media has been the driver for our podcast to grow to what it's been.
Yeah, exactly. Focusing on growing that audience, even if it's across platforms, it's that's the goal ultimately. Because those
you
are the
have
folks.
to now, don't you? Have
Yeah.
to do all the platforms now to really create
You should
good
be
growth.
everywhere. You should be everywhere, but not everywhere is going to translate to everywhere. Case in point, your YouTube videos, they have slowly been growing, but probably not as fast as your audio listening ship.
Right.
Your TikTok has been growing super fast, but
Yep.
your Instagram hasn't.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
that's yeah. And
And
it's
it
crazy
just really
about the-
depends because some folks just like to be in the apps where they want to be. Like it goes back to like shorts, even within platform shorts versus videos. Like getting someone to view a video from one of your shorts it's kind of tough, and getting them to go from like say TikTok to another platform is even harder.
A lot harder because I do see a difference in them because I remember. All right, so earlier on, it was a lot easier to do like Instagram and TikTok because Instagram wasn't so video heavy. So you could do a sweet picture, put out a thoughtful, bullshitty caption on it, right? Put your 9 million hashtags, and you would get great reach. And then you could do your videos on TikTok and then your long form on YouTube. But now it's like everything's short form. There's a lot of short form going around, but like the audience on IG is different than. They want something different than what the audience on TikTok wants. At least that's what I think in my head. Like, would you agree with that?
Not too different. I would say
Really?
that they want distilled TikTok, because TikTok, the way I see TikTok, I see each platform as like a sibling in a 3-sibling group. YouTube
Okay.
being the oldest sibling.
Yep.
It's very polished, very curated. Like it's been there. Instagram is like the middle child. And TikTok is the youngest, who's like all wild and crazy and nuts.
Right.
Because like it gets really insane over in TikTok land. It can get pretty crazy in TikTok land. And Instagram is where that gets kind of filtered, and because it's just more managed from.
It's more polished.
Instagram.
It's definitely more
it's a little bit more
polished,
polished. Yeah.
I'm
And then
looking-
YouTube has like way stricter like filters and stuff.
Yeah,
like that
and,
than
and,
any
and I
of
also
them.
feel like YouTube is like the it, right? Like YouTube's the new like I got on Comedy Central or whatever, right? Like if you can get a video that pops there, I feel like that holds more weight than if you can get a video to pop on TikTok, basically. You know what I mean? Like
To some, yeah, for sure.
yeah, it means you put in a ton of work. Like it has to look good because some people, that's like their main viewing is they just watch TikTok instead of watching TV and other, avenues. They're watching TikTok for pure television entertainment. So
I'm looking at our last 4 months of TikTok or of YouTube. And prior to that, we averaged probably 50 views
Yeah.
per episode of Bass and Brews on YouTube. In the last 4 months, we're probably up around, this is a rough guesstimate, this isn't average, but this is a range. We're probably up between 70 and 75 views over the last 4 months. So something.
and I'll take that because
there.
again, this is not a video only.
Yeah, this isn't a
Everybody knows that.
YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
This is,
podcast. We put it there because we already record the video, so we might
Yeah.
as well put it on there. And Alex got swamp rat fishing to get to 1,000 subscribers, and so we're like, well, let's just keep putting them on there because maybe we can make $2 or $3 a year off of it.
yeah. Good question. Sorry, I'm.
Ramon, you were supposed to take that brief quiet period and run with it. You just failed.
No one gave me my cue, but
This is why he doesn't.
You're
do
the guest.
podcasts.
Your cue is here. You're supposed to talk.
exactly, I'm the guest. You're supposed to ask me questions.
We've been asking you questions,
And I gave
then
you
we
answers.
set you up to
Look,
continue talking.
Okay, to recap, long form if you want long form, audience over algorithm. The
Right.
coolest thing that I've seen, and that I've seen from my channel personally, is, as you both said when this started, I catch small fish. I gladly catch small fish and proudly catch small fish. I will
catch
have
a lot of
comments.
them though.
A ton
you
of
catch
them,
a lot of fish. That's the whole. People want to see motherfuckers catch fish.
Exactly. So the funniest thing is on my shorts, I will get comments like, "That's not a real fish. Go catch bigger fish. That's not a real fish." And I used to go in and be like, "The fish is CGI," or "It's real to
Yes.
me," or "This fish has feelings." It's just like random things like that. And now I have started seeing people basically going to bat for me saying, why are you here?
Oh, that's awesome.
This guy just wants to have fun. And these
Yeah,
are
dude,
people
that's your
that
audience
repeat
backing you
viewers.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
repeat viewers coming and seeing. And I see the same folks in there commenting and basically going after people that are coming after me. And my thing is like, just leave them be. Just let them go along.
Let
'Cause
trolls
most of-
troll. Yeah.
The funniest
But the
thing that I
best
did
thing
to
about-
someone is
The best thing is the trolls, though, because when
Oh,
you have
100%.
people coming up, when you have your fans go to bat for you against the trolls, and the trolls start, and when they get those arguments going, before you know it, you've got like 50 comments.
Yeah, and that's cool, but at the same time, I don't want those 50 comments to be people going back and forth at each other. Like
I do.
literally,
I
and
do.
that's
I
cool.
want to see the shit show. I want it to be a fucking shit show.
I always say
I want them
this.
fighting. I want them calling each other names. I want them sending middle finger emojis. I want them talking about they're going to take their wives. Like, I want the shit show in the comments.
I always say this when I get like a really outlandish one: is this is a family show, and usually that's enough to end it. Or
Bass and Bruce is not a family show. We want all the cuss words.
Yeah, you
no,
guys
we
want all
are
the
a
smoke.
family show, but it's that family that got their kids taken away from Dyfus. Like, it's not.
this is the family from the bear.
Yeah, exactly.
We're the Berenstein Bears of podcasting, fishing podcast.
There's
it
no
Berenstein
Papa
or
Bear was a
Berenstain?
fucking
Oh, it's
Berenstein. Papa
I can't
Bear
remember
was
what
a
the real one
fucking
is.
menace. He was an asshole, and that man was terrible. He was horrible. I mean, 99% of the shit going on in that household was him being a dick. Fuck Papa Bear.
Yeah, he was
Mama
drunk
Bear
on
was
honey.
a saint.
He was drunk
Mama
on
Bear-
honey.
Me.
He worked all day.
Papa Bear
scaring
wa-
Boo-Boo.
Papa Bear was one of those closet drunks where he had mead that he was sneak drinking the whole time, and nobody knew about it. That's why he's acting a fucking fool.
You know way more Berenstain Bears.
There's nothing better
lore
than
than I will ever forget.
There's nothing better than going to like what you think is just like a normal YouTube video, right? And you're like, oh, let me go leave my comment, like, hey, cool video, right? And then you see a comment and it's kind of off. It'd be something like catch bigger fish, dipshit. And then you see that little button that says like, plus 75 comments. You're like, oh, what is the fucking juice in here?
Yeah.
Let me get that tea ready. Is this
Here's the thing.
happening? Like,
I've literally had someone say something like that, and I all I replied was, "Hey, are you okay?" And that was it.
Yeah,
Kill him with love.
And then
Kill him with love.
But here's the thing. And then, like I said, people started showing up.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Go watch something else. You suck. Like it came even after I was just like, hey, what's going on? Like, do you need to talk to someone? Kind of deal. It's like, why? Like, I've always been like, if you have to go, because it takes a lot of effort. And I come across content I don't like, I just swipe. And if I really don't like it, I'll say not interested. It takes a lot of effort to hit that comment button, type in those letters, and hit send. It takes a lot of effort, and I don't have the patience to put in that much effort.
Sometimes killing them with love or agreeing with them, ends up making them subscribers.
That's happened too.
I've got a couple people on like that smell like smoke on the little short I did on YouTube. I had a lot of people, that went in there, and I've got a couple folks that ended up subscribing through TikTok or YouTube because I killed them with kindness. And matter of fact, REI put a big old damn deal on today, and one of those guys that was talking shit, I sent, I tried to tell him how I got that jacket, not for full price. And today on TikTok, I sent him a link for him to go get a jacket. It was like 75% off, and he went and got that jacket.
It's a really good jacket.
It's wonderful. It keeps me warm. It makes my toes warm.
That's
all right. So
it is magically magical.
All right. So somebody starting out, we kind of talked about how you do these like gear reviews. So would you say for somebody starting out, I know you said content's first, just try to find your audience, right? I think a lot of people get caught up because there's a lot of gurus and people out there that always spit that fact about how many people search YouTube, right? It's what, like the first or the largest right now, or either the largest or the second largest.
The second largest search
Google.
Okay, so a lot of people get intimidated when it comes to like the title and the description and tags and all that, right? So give me like a quick, like, what should they actually give a fuck about when it comes to that? So hold on, let's start with
Hold on.
tags.
How old is the channel?
The channel is brand new.
Yeah,
Brand new.
it's
First
less than
videos
1,000.
or
No,
Yes.
less than 1,000.
I could care
than
less
1,000.
subscribers. I care about how many videos they have already.
They have 10 videos.
10 videos.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So-
tags, does it matter?
Tags where?
Like the tags that you can put in, like
The hidden tags, the tag field?
yes.
Yeah, but no.
Okay.
They do fill them out, but they're not that important.
How about
so-
hashtags in the description or hashtags in the first part that you get to
In
do?
the title.
Yeah, the
For
title.
shorts, it's debatable. I used to do that a lot in my earlier shorts. You can go and see how I used to just like put them in there. I don't do them anymore just because I experimented and it didn't really do anything. That's not to say it doesn't do anything. It just didn't do anything for me. For long form videos, if it works. Now in the description, it does have an impact, and whether it's in the title or the description, what it does is it helps batch. If you go to a video and it has hashtags, you go and click that hashtag and it will show you more videos that has that hashtag. So it does help for discovery that way if someone does click on that hashtag. In terms of what YouTube does with that data, I don't know. Maybe they'll start sending you more stuff with that hashtag in it, but that
I
really
never click those
usually
hashtags.
Usually, if you have a hashtag in your description or in your title, it's related to the topic. So it's debatable if it's the hashtag or if it's just the overall topic of the video.
So your title then, should it be 1 or 2 words? Should it be a sentence? Should you have emojis in there? And
It
not
should.
your thumbnail, but the title.
The title.
How many words should what should the title entail?
The title should have as many words as you need to get your point across. Now, if this, like you said, is 10 videos. So let's say this person has already been getting some views, right? Not a ton. I'm going to go back to me when I did my first 10 videos. I was averaging anywhere between like 20 to 50 views a video. Some of them would get up above 100, and when that would happen, I was through the roof. That's awesome.
Yep.
I still get over 100 views a video, and I'm still pumped about it. But I would focus on making titles 2 ways. If it's like a fun adventure type video and there's no like strict like talking head video, like a review video, if it's just like a regular
I
video,
think that's where I think that's this is key, because I think that's actually where a lot of people start out
You're
with.
saying it.
Yeah.
You don't have to say I think.
So where the way I like to do it is I go 2 phases, and this is getting too in the weeds. I can feel them leaving. I like to do 2 phases. The one is the title for recommended. And what I mean by that is your homepage recommended and your watch next recommended in the sidebar when you're already watching a video.
Right.
That is less focused on search and keywords and more just focused on getting that click. So
Catchy.
a good case in point is I will put up a video. If it's about a specific fishing lure I'm using, I'll say something like, use this fishing lure if you want to catch more fish than your friends.
Gotcha.
Because it's going to be like, well, I want to catch more fish than my friends.
Yeah,
Click, click,
Yep.
and you'll get that view. And if it's something they want to watch, they'll stay. If it's not, they'll immediately leave. Because I've had videos go like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 views, and the retention is garbage because the click-through rate is great, but it's not necessarily what the user's looking for. After I stop getting impressions, that's when I start looking for search-based titles.
Gotcha.
Like I'm going to start putting the lure or the style of lure. So like paddle tail swim bait or Texas rig, just getting as many search terms in there that make sense in the title. It's got to make sense. That way when people do search these things, it shows up. Now, if you're going purely from I'm going to make a video about search. Like, for example, the video I put up today is about a beginner fishing lure, right? And that one's only for search. So I explicitly clicked a setting in my YouTube settings when I uploaded this video to not notify my subscribers because it's not for them. It's for search. And that video is going to be a slow burn. right now I can
Sure.
check. Before I jumped on, it had like 12 views, and usually by now I'm getting a little bit higher up, closer to 100, and it has 816 views right now. It's an 8 out of 10 for me.
816. That's not a number. 816.
No, it has 16 views.
Okay.
It's an 8 out of 10, so it's not doing well, but it's got an 18% click-through rate because a lot of those views are coming from search. If I would have just let my subscribers know that video went up, they got a notification, it's showing up on their subscriber feeds, and most of them probably aren't beginners at this point, or maybe not interested in that style of video. Guess what's going to happen to that click-through rate? It's going to go down.
Yep.
So it's something that I'm experimenting with, but because that's the point, you just got to set your expectations. My most watched video, not short, video, has 250,000 views.
It's the knot
And
tying, right?
It's a reel video on how
it's
to spool your
how
fishing
to put
reel.
line on
Yeah.
a spinning reel, step-by-step guide. How
Yeah.
to. A lot of search SEO up in that thing.
Yes, 100%. But I made that video 3 years ago, and it didn't start taking off until a year and some change ago. It takes time.
Did you change the title of that? Like, we're going to take a break from getting in the
No.
weeds for a minute. You didn't. It's always been that. All right, so changing the title, I will say I never thought about that when I was doing it, and Ramon always pushed me to, like, hey, maybe change that. And I have changed the titles on some videos, and I do have, like, when it was Swamp Rat Fishing, I have a couple, like, 10K videos, right? And that was due to changing exactly what he's saying of, like, hitting viewers first and then being like, screw it, let's just go for straight SEO at that point. At least in my eyes, that's how I took the advice that you were given. And it worked. So don't be afraid to like change it later on. Like once it stops performing, like you can almost retool that thing, which I thought you couldn't do. And then you kept telling me, and I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll finally listen to them. And then like, it's one of my more watched videos is like it's a kayak video. Like I just talked about what I got on the boat because I retooled it. It searches better. It's awesome.
Hey, Ramon.
Yeah.
Your beard's looking really, really good, man. Do you wear
It's the light.
contacts?
Yeah, I wear contacts, and
Good,
they
because
changed
you're
my color
way
of my
more
eyes.
handsome with contacts than those glasses you got on.
Thank you.
He's got,
Thank you.
All right. So I think the most important thing, it's been a long time. So you were, first time you came on the show, there was no shotgun round.
No.
Second time you came on the show, I think we did the shotgun round, right? Or
Yes.
did we did.
Was I there
but
for the
Wait,
second
no, there
go-round?
was a shotgun round at the first one. You
No.
did ask questions.
Oh, I
yeah,
did.
I remember.
I did do a rapid fire, but it was only a
Yeah.
couple of them. Yeah. And then you got the full expanded. Well, since then, the game has changed a little, and the shotgun round is still there. But now we have a little different game. So just to take a break, everybody just get a little mental, because what you're saying is awesome, but it can get
boring as fuck.
There we go. There it is. I wasn't going to say it. I'm so glad Paul's like,
Well, we treat our guests
we're
with
in
respect.
sync. Yeah. Hey,
Hey.
so Ramon,
Hey, Ramon.
if you had to marry, fornicate, or kill one of these mythical creatures, which one would it be? Bigfoot, aliens, Nessie.
Killing them all, boss.
Nope,
No,
that's not
that's
the
not what
question.
it is. Get the fuck out of
Nope.
here. You know the rules.
Read the name.
You got it. You got to marry, you got to fornicate, and you got to kill one. Which one are you picking?
So wed, bed, behead. Right? That's the
Oh,
question.
that's a solid
There we go.
answer.
I like
All
it.
right.
You're a poet.
Holy
Didn't know it. You
shit.
can rhyme anytime.
Wed, bed, or behead. We're gonna start. I'm gonna steal the fuck. This is gonna be one of
I want
100 different ideas that I've
10%
stolen
royalties.
from Ramon.
Ramon,
Yeah,
Ramon
you got
is
it.
the fucking Eminem of
He really
bass
is.
fishing
No.
right now.
He really is.
Do not.
Wait,
Do
wait,
not.
wait. He's not, because Eminem at this point is like selling out, doing NFL commercials, looking real
Exactly.
plain Jane.
This
Yeah.
guy was on
I don't
Fortnite.
care.
He
as a
was on
giant.
Fortnite. He
Yeah.
was. All right. So which one are you
Fine,
gonna wed?
fine.
Which one are you gonna bed? Which one are you gonna behead?
What were the options again?
Loch Ness
You-
Monster,
you
Bigfoot,
know-
Nessie.
Oh,
Hold on,
fuck off.
aliens.
You know the
aliens,
options.
Bigfoot.
All right. Would have wed the aliens.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to.
Where's
Gosh,
my alien picture, Alex? You took it away.
this is tough because I want to bed neither of these.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoops.
that's something.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
man.
Paul's just looking at these. I was going to show these later. Hold on. We're going to derail this whole thing. If you're watching on YouTube, my oldest daughter said, nope. She said, hey, Dad, is this you? I drew a picture of you fishing, and this is what she drew.
Is that a fly rod?
It looks like a fucking musket from the Civil War.
It does.
I wasn't sure if it was a muzzle loader or a fly rod for a second.
I said, that's pretty good. And she goes, yeah, did you notice
It looks
he's real
great.
sad? And I was like, yeah, why is he sad? And she goes, well, it's like you. He never catches fish. And then my youngest decided to draw this one, and it says it's called The Tiny Man Alex. And this is me sitting on a raft just being small. These fucking kids. Like,
They call
can't
them
do
as
it.
they see
They
'em,
are
I
their
guess.
mommy's daughter.
No shit. All right, so you're going to
Good thing
marry
we're
the
both
alien.
tall, right, Paul?
Yeah, no, Ramon's shorter
His
than
kids-
I am.
his-
Every time
his-
Ramon tries to come at me with
What
the
do you mean I'm
short
shorter
comment,
than you are?
You're shorter than I am.
I'm 6'1".
You're bullshit. I have seen your videos. I've done expert analysis. I have you clocked in at 5'3".
Ramon,
no
I know
chance.
damn good well you ain't 6'1". We have talked about
There's no
Mexican
way.
food, and I know damn good and well you ain't 6'1".
What does talking about Mexican food have to do with not being 6'1"?
Your lineage.
My lineage.
What does that mean?
You're saying there's
What does
not
that
one
mean,
single
Paul?
Mexican out there who's 6'1"?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're not.
I'm 6'1".
No.
My
You're
driver's
6'1"?
license says 6'1".
Show your
Oh,
driver's
goddamn.
license up on the
I
I'm
had
not
a
showing
col-
my driver's license.
My
Take a
freshman
picture.
college roommate said he
Yeah.
was 5'9", and that bitch was
Also-
6'6".
Yeah, also, my driver's license right now says I'm 5'11", and I'm definitely not 5'11". You can just lie on that. It doesn't
Well, yeah,
matter.
you're 5'3".
My driver's license
No.
says I'm 220, and I'm 50 pounds over that. Well, not anymore. I'm 260. I'm 40 pounds over that.
Hold on, Paul.
Well, how
Paul,
old is your driver's license?
It doesn't matter.
me?
Yeah, it does.
Mine is
no, I'm talking to Paul.
No, when you,
don't
renew
you
it,
don't
they
get
don't
shorter
ask that.
over time.
They don't
Yeah, you
ask
do.
that.
Not that much.
Dude, you need to meet some old Italian ladies from New
Old
Jersey.
Italian ladies.
right.
Not,
Alex's daughter's
not
going
a
to be
full-
taller
what are
than
you-
him
what are you,
when
38?
they're 12.
39.
39.
Almost
Okay.
40, almost 40.
Almost 40. Yeah, exactly.
right.
You're not going to shrink
Hold on,
from
Paul.
that.
How old are you, Ramon?
It doesn't matter.
It does
Listen,
matter.
hold on, Paul. He's avoiding. He's trying to avoid the question. You're marrying
Yeah.
aliens,
Okay.
right?
I'm
Who
marrying
are you
aliens.
taking to bed?
I'll take Nessie.
You're taking this to bed.
No,
This is-
Nessie.
Okay, nope. Oh, shit. I clicked the wrong one. Damn it.
And then
All
I
right.
will kill Bigfoot.
Why are
That's
you
so mean
killing-
of you. That's so mean
Why are
of
you killing Bigfoot, though? What do you have against Bigfoot? Why kill Bigfoot?
There's nothing against Bigfoot. I
Okay.
just want there to be more Nessies, and then I can catch those Nessies.
So you
You're
don't
not gonna
like
catch
hairy
them.
hoes.
Who says I'm not going to catch Nessie?
Nessie's
Not with
huge,
the, no,
dude.
You only catch
No.
little fish.
I was about to say, not with a.
I
listen,
choose to catch little fish.
If anybody catches
I'm going to
Nessie,
say it right now. Look,
if,
look,
any-
look. Hey,
if
hold on,
anybody
hold on,
catches
hold on.
Nessie, it's going to be Ramon with a mule.
I'm
with a
gonna
mule
say it right
fishing
now.
lure. He's going to catch Nessie with a mule fishing
If
lure.
I ever decided to be strictly a big bass only
Oh.
channel,
Oh,
I could do it. I'm
Bullshit.
talking a whole year of content.
I'm telling
I
you.
could do it.
Ramon,
I
do it.
dedicated
I love you
a
like
whole
a brother.
Look, go look at
But
all my
no.
videos
Do it.
from
They're
the
all
summer.
small fish. They're all
Nope.
small fish.
No.
They're not
There's
all
bass
small fish.
and they're decent bass. I spent a whole day catching nothing but 3 2-pounders and ended it with like a 5-pounder.
We're talking
So-
about big bass.
Exactly. That's without trying.
I want to see you
Listen.
try then. Make it
Listen,
happen.
man.
Yeah.
I want
you
to
know
see
what?
this.
I will.
Hey,
This
20
year-
let's go back
the
to
year of
YouTube
big
real
bass.
quick. Let's go
Yeah.
back to YouTube real quick. Since I have dived into the camping world,
Mm-hmm.
some of the big camping content creators, hiking. I got to say
Yeah,
hiking
yeah.
too, because most of them are hikers. They
Hold on,
the,
hold
the
on,
couple
time
that I
out.
follow.
Time out, Paul. Do you remember the line from last week where Paul Glass went, I run a hiking YouTube. I've got 2,000 subscribers, never lost one because they don't know how to unsubscribe because they're too busy hiking and shit.
Yeah, I've got 2,000 subscribers and I got 2 views on my videos
Yeah.
because I'm a hiking. But that's not even remotely close. He's completely wrong about that. These
Anyways.
motherfuckers have 500,000 subscribers, and their video in the first 24 hours will get 1 million views. But
Who's your
what I'm
favorite?
saying is a couple of the guys that are really big YouTubers in that camping hiking space really talk about the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the thumbnail
Ugh.
and how to get that right. It seems like for YouTube on the long form videos that thumbnail really drives more than the title, than the description, than the hashtags, than the tags. Seems like that thumbnail is what a lot of people that I've been following here recently really harp on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thumbnail.
hold on. Before you start, Ramon, what's a big hiker, just so I can see it, Paul, that you follow on YouTube?
Yeah. Who do you like?
Hold on.
I'm partial
Dan,
to
hold on.
Xander Burfick.
oh, Xander's fucking.
I
he
love
is shit.
Xander.
How the fuck?
Xander and Lost
Perfect?
Lakes.
Yeah.
Xander and Lost Lakes are really good ones. And then
Basically,
you have
anybody in Canada is like, they
Yeah.
have so much,
they had the fucking boundary waters, man.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. Dan Becker, check out Dan Becker. He's got a big channel.
All right.
Lost
Oh, yeah,
Lakes,
Dan
And I want to
Becker.
go back to you answering the question. What I want to see.
Lost Lakes, and Xander. Check out those three. There's a lot of others, but those three come to the top of mind as people that are camping, hiking, doing shit like that.
Oh my god, these Dan Becker ones, I already hate every single one of these
why?
thumbnails.
Tell me why.
They look generic, overly done, and it's like the
Look at
whole
the
like
views.
surprise face.
Look at the
I get it.
views.
The views are
But
huge,
guess what?
He's
It's
getting paid for
recognizable.
that shit.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
guess.
that
Dan
motherfucker's
Becker
making
video.
money,
Yeah.
and swamp rat fishing is defunct.
So to go into answering your question, thumbnails super important. Probably as important as the title, if not more important as the title. And here's why. The first thing someone sees when they come across your video before they click on it is the thumbnail. The thumbnail then makes them read the title. And that's why one of my biggest things when I'm making a thumbnail and a title is they have to complement each other. One's going to catch your attention. The other one's going to tell you what the video is about and hopefully lead you to watch the video. Now, I'm not great at it. I'm still finding my groove. Some thumbnails do great. I found my style where people have told me, like, I know when it's one of your videos now. I know your style of thumbnail. And
Yep, it's the bait up there, your hand, an arrow, blurry background.
exactly.
Yep.
And that was me basically playing on what was already popular. Who is it? 618 Fishing. What is it? Kicking Their Bass TV.
Yep.
Bass TV. They do the same thing, but I wanted to, I don't know, call it, be a little different, or I just like the look of a blurry background better. It lets me play with the bait a little bit more, and it pops. It puts the focus where I want you to look, not necessarily use oversaturation and things like that, or have to rely on an arrow.
Right.
But
But
I-
also, before you go further, also, I think this is a really strong, and this is going to go off a little bit, but like Ramon has sent me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one,
No.
that you sent thumbnails to, right?
Yep.
And he's literally said, like, which one would you actually click, right? So I think it's important, like, find
the
some
title.
other, right? Yeah. So he said, like, so if you're going to start this out, and a great place would be the Bass and Brews Discord server, but I'm just joking on that one. But find yourself a
I'm
group
not
of
joking. Go to the
creators. Yeah, I mean, you absolutely could, right? Like, we're all like-minded anglers on there. We're all trying to do our thing, right? And I think everybody's willing to help. But like, fuck it, send it to me and Paul, and we'll definitely tell you which one we're
Paul
going to
and
click
I.
on. But find a pool of people that you
Paul
can
and
maybe,
me.
you know,
Paul
do
and
the
me,
Mr.
sorry.
Beast, right? Like, find a pool of people who are into this and just ask them their raw, you know, because when Ramon sends it to me, he sends me a text. It'll
It's
be
usually
like
at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
It's usually really early in the morning, which I actually appreciate because
He's
when it
up.
comes in, one, I think it's awesome because I get to look at this when I'm taking a shit, and I'm like, this guy put so much work in, and I'm going to sit on the shitter, but I will
That's where
literally
you do
look
your
at
best
him
thinking.
100%. If I'm going to look at a video, it might be on the shitter, right? So I look at him, and it's just like, and I'm usually a little groggy, so it's got to be something to grab me. It's really got to, like, I don't know. It hits me right, but he does. He's just like, which one do you think's good? Here's the title. I'm like, all right, let's wait. And then I get like 4 texts of like 3 or 4 different thumbnails. But I think that's a really smart
I bet-
idea.
Yeah, I've got another one. This goes to Kyle Hates Hiking. I was listening to him on the Backpacker Radio podcast, and he talked about how he'll make 5 or 6 thumbnails, and he will, and he knows his numbers, so that in the first few hours or whatever, if it's not hitting what he wants to know, he'll switch the thumbnail on it.
Yeah.
So he talked about that. The second thing goes back to podcasts though. I consume all my podcasts and I listen to a lot off Apple Podcasts. And so I have playlists, but the playlist that I go to is one that I have in there, all the podcasts that I enjoy listening to. And they're ranked from newest to oldest. And it's 2 weeks worth. And so what I do when I'm going through those podcasts, I'm looking for the podcast logo on Apple Podcasts. And that's how I'll choose mine. And I choose all the ones that I listen to, and I don't go from top to bottom. I choose them by, I'm looking for this podcast on this day, and I choose that thumbnail, which is the logo. And there are certain podcasts, though, that I'll miss a few episodes over a couple weeks because when I'm scrolling through, I miss it for whatever reason. A lot of it for me comes down to I can't read it. It's a picture, but I can't read the fucking lettering on it.
That's a good point because
everybody, we changed the Bass and Brews one, right?
Yeah, I was like, hey, let's mess around. Let's see if we can get more clicks with a better
we
thumbnail
did that on
for
a
you.
thumbnail, right? Yeah, we did that and it didn't work out. But even the podcast logo, we switched because now we're in the the wood
outdoors
era,
world.
right? So we added this wood background, all of that. Have not seen a drop in views, so thank you everybody.
But it's not on the podcast platform. When you're going through the podcast platform, if anybody that's listening that listens to a few handfuls of podcasts, you have a lot that you listen to. When you go through the Bass and Brews one, sticks out really easily.
Yeah, but it's not yellow background.
Anymore.
There's no yellow anymore, Paul.
It's still on Apple. It's still the old one. It's still the yellow.
Oh, Spotify is updated to the wood
don't
background.
Update it on
weird.
Apple.
Well, it's going to still have the same logo.
You can read it. You can read it. And again, we got off topic from YouTube, but for folks that might be listening that are wanting to start a podcast, that your logo on that podcast, make sure it sticks out. Make sure you can read the writing. There's, I've got one that's ancient, or it's, I can't remember the fucking name of it. I love the podcast, but I miss it a lot of times because I can't read the fucking writing now.
Yeah.
I'm colorblind, and it might have something to do with my fucking colorblindness.
It probably does.
But at least
and
on ours, the Bass and Brews sticks out because it's yellow. It's there.
No, but like what Ramon was saying, because we did try it on an episode, right? Like you were like, hey, me and you were chatting, and
it was
I love how Alex
one.
and Raymond over here have fucking conversations about the podcast that I'm not.
Have you heard Okay, so one. Have you heard yourself this episode, and even the fans? Because I'm gonna pull this up right now.
Don't do Paul like that.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I can feel it.
So I put on the Discord,
right?
I put on the Discord, hey, we're having Ramon on. This is kind of what we're gonna talk about. Does anybody have any questions? We got some really good questions and input going back and forth. But then Andrew Blair from Tactical Fishing goes, is Paul going to talk about croissant pockets instead this episode? Because Paul doesn't really deal with any of the creative side of the he comes in and talks. He doesn't deal with the logo. He doesn't deal with naming the podcast. He doesn't for description. So if it's a podcast I'm not on.
We have shit that we are good at and that we do.
I get you.
Pocket.
I don't. That is your that's your corner. That's your side of the bedroom.
Yeah.
I do not come on that side of the bedroom. I just
show
up.
I want you to. I want you
I'm
on
not
that
going
side of the
to.
bedroom.
No, I don't want to.
What's a croissant pocket?
Oh my God. You don't know what a fucking croissant pocket is?
Here it is. Dude,
Ramon,
I think this goes back.
how old are you?
It doesn't matter. Just educate me.
Yeah.
Do you know what a hot pocket is?
Yeah, I know what a hot pocket is.
Okay. Well, back in the late 90s into the early 2000s.
Okay, I was around. Yeah.
Hot Pockets made a croissant pocket.
Did they? Because I used to eat those like crazy.
It was a pastry. So a hot pocket is a bread. It's a pizza, right?
Yeah,
It's
like a
just it's
calzone.
pizza dough. Yeah, so it's a fucking calzone in the shape of a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
A croissant pocket is a pastry, and pastries are layers of the dough
Yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah.
with layers of butter, and you fold
Andrew
them over
Blair,
a bunch
I
of
hope you're
times,
happy.
and that's how you get a pastry. That's how you get that
Hope you're
flaky,
happy.
delicious, buttery crust that is crispy on the outside and nice and chewy on the inside,
sounds
soft
delicious.
and chewy. Well, Hot Pockets had a croissant pocket, and that's exactly what it was. It was a pepperoni pizza.
Ooh,
Croiss-
okay.
Croissant, and it was flaky, it was buttery, it was delicious, and they got rid of that fucking shit. And Hot Pockets are still good, but man, they really fucked up when they got rid of that. That was
That
like
sounds good.
that's like McDonald's getting rid of that shitty ass rib sandwich that they
The
actually
McRib?
that's
The
a
McRib?
terrible. That's terrible because the McRib is trash.
Speaking of
Croissant
croissants,
pocket is delicious.
speaking of croissants, because of the Joe Cermelli episode,
Yes.
I found Shore Lunch with Nate P.
Yeah.
And I watched the episode where he made a pork roll, egg, and cheese on a
Yes.
croissant.
Yes.
And I have been trying to talk my wife into making that sandwich. Now she's a New Jersey native, and she's like,
yes.
But
I
why
can't
don't you
do
make
that.
it? Why don't you make
No,
it?
no, no,
Why
no, no.
does she
I've
have
been
to-
trying to
because they-
talk her
No,
into
because they have it on
having it.
because they have it on a Kaiser, right? That's your standard.
So if
Yeah.
you
I
made
would
it,
make
she
it.
wouldn't eat it.
Here, she might not. I would have to get
might
her own hard roll.
Hold on. I will
Well,
argue
look,
though, right?
there is
Because
nothing
Wawa-
more your
hold on,
wife
hold on.
wants than anything is a hard roll.
Anyways, in this house, I make the pork roll sandwiches.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
And-
of course
But
you're
like
the man.
Wawa,
Yeah.
Wawa puts out a pork roll, egg, and cheese on a croissant.
That fucking sounds like
I'm
trash.
not near a Wawa though.
Fuck a
Well,
Wawa.
yeah. Well, so here's what you do: you convince her to come back to New Jersey, the Pine Barrens specifically. There's like a house for sale right down from me, right?
Okay.
And then we create the Mr. Beast house where we're combined together.
I'm
Oh shit! Fuck.
I want my own house.
God. Well, no, I mean we're not
Give
going
me
to
your
live
kayak
together.
and I'll consider it.
No, I'm not.
You don't
gonna
even
do that.
use it.
Yeah,
Fuck you!
exactly.
I'm using it tomorrow. I'm using
Let's
it
see.
tomorrow.
We'll see. I'm gonna
Oh,
text you
fuck
bright
I'm
and early.
going out specifically just to spite you. But it's beautiful weather
Hey,
tomorrow.
Ramon,
It's like 65.
Ramon, off air. I'll give you
fair.
suggestions on pork rolls, and you only need to make 3, and you give your wife the option between the 3 pork rolls.
Okay.
Wait. Does your wife call it pork roll or does she call it Taylor?
No, she calls it pork roll. It's not.
Okay.
It's not Taylor ham.
Oh, I'm
Right.
not
There's no
talking
ham
about
on
that
the
kind of
package.
pork roll.
No,
Get outta here,
I'm
Paul.
with you. It means that depicts how north or south
Look,
she is.
all my
right?
Jersey people call it pork roll.
Yeah, that's pork roll.
Not the ones up north. Like Joe somehow called it pork roll, right? But that dude is way north. He's in Trenton. That's like
That's
whole other
not
state.
north.
Yeah, it is.
That's
dog.
central, dude.
Get out. There's no
New
fucking
Jersey's
central.
so small. It
There's
does
no
not have
central.
cardinal directions in New Jersey. There's
Listen.
there's just fucking
Listen.
in the middle.
Ramon,
That
you,
compass gets as small as you need it to be. It is scalable.
No shit, right?
Is that-
you move back.
That's what I told my wife the first time I met her.
Ramon, you move back,
small
and then it
as
could
it
be
needs
like
to be.
me, you, and Joe eating pork rolls in kayaks,
Joe, you and I.
fishing for snakeheads.
I don't think I'm allowed to come. I don't have an Old Town.
No,
I
but
have a Hobie
Joe-
and I'm still allowed to come.
yeah, but
Ask my wife.
there it is. Joe's sponsored. We can just get you a boat. He's got like 9,000 boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
hit up Joe.
Yeah,
and
like
let him
me,
know.
me and Joe have
Alex
been
said you
talking.
could get me a free kayak
Yes.
from Old Town.
Dude, it's not a problem. It's I literally
That's
have
not
like
gonna
9.
happen. We couldn't get pond hopping fishing a free vibe.
Oh my god.
But he
That's
did get a
true.
kayak and he's fucking tearing it up.
Have you
in his
seen that
kayak.
lately?
Yeah.
I'm fucking
Doing
done
good
with it.
shit.
Total side note, I'm done with it. Me, Mike, I'm done with you catching giant fish when nobody else is. Like, I want to hashtag cancel me, Mike, because I'm done with it. Like, you catch too many big fish.
Well, you
I don't
got
like it.
fishing to catch big
Well,
fish, man.
if you went fishing, you might have an opportunity, Alex. I mean, you finally learned how to tie a damn knot where you didn't sling the lure off.
Use
All
my
right,
All right,
then
to
you quit
be
fishing.
completely honest,
Don't be honest. It's a lie.
I
if you say
Yeah,
that.
just lie. Tell me a lie.
Nope,
Yeah.
not
If he
lying.
says to be completely honest, he's about to tell us a story.
No. I actually spent 3 hours at work today,
Oof.
tackle prepping
Oof.
and retying everything multiple times to make sure. Like I retied the connection knots to the braid, to leader, all that stuff. I am 100% going out tomorrow, and
So
I cannot
you're
wait.
saying you cut and retie?
I did. They
That's
are
better than
far
cast and
superior
retie.
podcasts. They are far superior pod. Yeah,
Because before he was cast and retying. Because
he was.
He was sending jigs out into the stratosphere.
Yeah, he was. You know, when you go to
I
a
can't
golf course
wait.
with houses and
Like,
you were
I
hitting
keep
balls and
looking.
hitting houses, Alex is the only motherfucker alive that was going fishing and hitting houses with jigs. Hey, I went golfing this past year, and I hit a ball and I pulled it pretty hard, and it hit a house. And so I teed it back up on the drive because we were down a player in a group tournament, and I
Sure.
did the same thing, and I hit the house. And when I went to go look for my balls, the siding on the house had 2 holes. Where I hit them, it
You
was a
gotta
good time.
change your angle, man.
No.
You just have to rotate your body. It'll
Listen,
go
I'll be
direction
the
you want it to go.
asshole that says that if you live on a golf course and you get pissed about getting hit with golf balls, don't live on a fucking golf course. That's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
Anyways,
All right.
I want an
I
Old
want to
Town.
go. I want to go back to.
What do you have now, Ramon?
I have a perception.
Okay,
Perception.
that's what I thought.
Pescador 120.
You know, at least it's a
good.
big one.
It cuts through the water like
Yeah.
butter.
But there's no pedals on that, right? That's
There's
all
no
paddle.
pedal. It's all
That's
paddle.
all
Stand up.
peasantry, right?
I can't stand up. No.
So you have to
because
you have
can
to either
stand
pee in
up
a
in that
bottle or
thing.
go to the
I've
shore.
I've stood up and it makes me move like I'm in a Shakira video. So no, not happening.
Speaking of Shakira, god damn, boy, I tell you what, man, she's hot. She's still hot. My
Anyway.
hips don't
Yeah.
lie, motherfuckers.
My kayak,
She's also a
she's right
felon.
here. Beautiful.
She is
little
a felon
thing.
in Spain, and that doesn't count in America.
What's she a felon for?
She
Didn't
ain't
pay her
paid. She got like
taxes.
1.2
She didn't pay
million
no
taxes.
goddamn
Actually, it wasn't
taxes.
even that much. She didn't pay her taxes in Spain.
Oh, I don't know these things.
All right. So
I don't either.
do you plan on upgrading this year or no? Next year?
No, I don't plan on upgrading for the foreseeable future. It gets the job done. The thing is, like, I don't want to. If I upgrade to a pedal, that's gonna take me up in weight at least 25, 30 pounds.
Sure.
And I hate top loading this kayak as it is, just because. You know, even though I'm 6'1", I still have to stand on my
shit.
tippy toes.
There's how
To
I know
upload
you're
this
not
thing?
6'1".
What are you?
Here's
You're
how
loading
I
this
know
on
you're
like
not 6'1".
it's an SUV that you're loading this on, right?
Yeah, but it's got 40-inch
No, it's a
rims
Geo
and a
Metro.
3
It's a
foot
Geo
lift.
Metro, and he's
No, it's
struggling
a
to
K.
get it up
It's
there.
actually a K truck. It's a K truck with a 6-foot lift on it, and
But
it's hard to get it up there.
Can't you lay
Yo.
down the back seats and it become like a truck and just load it in the back?
No,
No. How do we
Bailey
get those
Bailey
little
Eibert
trucks?
traveled the fucking country topping a PA-12.
Yeah.
but isn't he jacked?
No.
Well, his thighs are. He's
not.
got
Exactly.
thighs
Yeah,
like
his thighs are.
fucking
You got to
Hulk
lift with the
Hogan.
legs.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Bailey is
so
notorious
upgrading.
for noodle arms, giant biscuit legs.
Look, I bet Bailey. Have y'all seen those videos? We talked about this a while ago, but y'all seen the videos where people are squishing fruit between their thighs?
That's
Not
Bailey
active
needs
amounts.
Bailey Eibert from Serious Angler needs to start squishing fruit between his thighs,
Mhm.
and he'll go viral. But he also catches big ass fish too, and wins.
So he needs to
tournaments,
do
so-
it with a fish. He needs to do a
Oh,
catch and
gosh,
cook.
no.
No, he needs to do a
Dude,
catch
catch
and
an
cook.
8-pounder, and put it between his thighs and fucking squeeze it until the eggs and the eyeballs pop out.
Boom.
Dude,
And then cook it
Bailey,
up.
oh my God! Look, all the brewskis message Bailey Eibert on the social medias and tell him you want to see him put a fish between his thighs and squeeze its eyeballs out.
You ever want to find out how to get someone canceled in the fishing community? That's how you do it.
No.
Squeezing a bass to death.
I've seen plenty of. Never mind. That's
People
a
get
different
mad.
show.
People get mad if you hold a trout too long.
No shit. It's no.
Imagine
shit.
what's gonna happen if somebody records and uploads that
Oh.
somewhere.
Yeah, that
can't
would be
wait.
terrible. I mean, it would have to be a catch.
You know what? I'm
cook,
doing it
eat
tomorrow. I'm
Video.
doing it
You'd
tomorrow.
have to squeeze the eyeballs out and then take it home and at least cook it. I'm not down for killing animals that you don't eat. If you're gonna
agree.
to take
Yeah.
the life of an animal, you should eat it.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm
how's
100%
the,
about that now.
Ramon, how's the hunting side? I know that was a side you were interested in at one point. Is that still active?
I was
in
on
your
that
life?
episode. We talked about you were going to start trying to do a little bit of hunting.
So I did it while I was in Jersey, and
Yep.
when we moved to North Carolina, I stopped. Mainly because
That makes zero fucking sense. That
I
you hunted
understand
in New
that.
Jersey and then came to
Listen,
North Carolina, the land of land.
You want it to make less sense? I didn't start hunting or fishing until I moved to New Jersey from Texas.
Sure.
So that tells you how much that makes sense. But
I bet your tacos are dry.
It needs
Buddy-
Astroglide on that taco.
you know what, Paul? One of these days, you and I are gonna meet up, and I'm gonna cook you some food, and you're gonna love it. You're probably gonna hug a fart out of me. It's so good.
I guarantee I will. I love food. Hey, are you going to fish some kayak
No,
tournaments with
hold on,
us in
stop.
CCKF
Let's go back
or
to the hunting.
CKA?
I tried.
Hold on.
Okay.
We'll go back to hunting, but let him answer this simple fucking question.
So I'm gonna try. I intended to last year. Things got busy. Didn't work out that way. So I'm gonna try this year, and we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to get. There are some lakes that I really want to fish. Jordan being one of them. I want to go out to Sharon Harris.
Look, we got the
Falls,
Raleigh
man.
Rumble.
I don't do
Hey,
so
fuck
well
a
at
falls.
falls.
Yeah, I hate
man.
falls. This is
I
a
hate
terrible
falls.
kayak lake. I mean,
Especially since they took off the Eno.
You got the Eno's still in play for those.
They
setups,
didn't
but-
last year.
Yeah. Well, you can put in at the Eno at the top.
Oh, okay. They couldn't because
Anyway.
there was a tournament that I was in, and I was
Well,
gonna
yeah.
drop in at the Eno, and they were like Eno's off limits, so I had to drop in somewhere.
We also have with
Videos on the channel,
CCKF
by the way.
With CCKF,
Yeah, check it
we
out
have,
on the channel.
we have the
Ramon
Raleigh
Outdoors.
Rumble, so you can fish Johnson, Wheeler, Lake Raleigh. You got those smaller lakes that you can fish. You don't have to do with it. Look, Falls, you can go on Falls and catch. Falls has 28
I
pound
can't cover
bags.
too much ground.
Yeah,
That's the
Falls.
problem.
Yeah, Falls is a tough kayak lake. But if
Mhm.
anybody listening that has a boat or has an opportunity to go fish Falls in a boat, up until like June, it's taking 25 to 28 pounds to win tournaments on that lake.
Jesus.
You can catch giants. We had a kayaker called his PB this past year. It's like damn 11
What-
pounds.
What's the rules with? So let's say he does a tournament with you, and you got your little go-go gadget fucking motor. Can he just latch on to you
Nope.
and you just carry
Nope.
Ramon?
Nope, that's against the rules.
bullshit.
There's
bullshit.
no long lining bum ass anglers that are too poor to have motors.
Peasants, you mean? Yes.
I'm just too lazy to attach one.
So
This,
so
in fact, you can. They make plates for this thing, and
Yeah, I'm saying
it doesn't
if-
cost that much money. I
If
just,
there's any
don't
fucking
care.
boat to put
Yeah.
a motor on, it would be a Perception.
Yeah.
Throw it
That's
on there,
one.
baby.
My mom was in town recently, and somehow she listened.
Oh,
to
did
the
she actually
podcast.
make it? Her plane didn't crash. She didn't not
did
come
not.
because you scared the shit out of her.
Yeah, no, she actually made it. It was a
Did she
great
cook
visit.
good food?
No, she didn't cook at all. She was on vacation. I cooked, and then we ate out. It was awesome. It was one. She showed up from Portland, and I said, "Hey, pack for the cold." She showed up in a Columbia light jacket, and that's it. And that was her cold weather gear. And when she showed up, we had 5 inches of snow and 10-degree blowing 20 to 30 miles per hour. It was like an Arctic wonderland for her. But she said, "Hey, on the show, you and Paul say the word peasant a lot. I just want you to know that's super offensive." And so now I'm leaning into it. I think if we do another shirt other than the normal one, it's going to be like peasants only, and it'll be like a kayak with a paddle. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
yeah. We're going to lean into that. but-
You'll sell like 10.
yeah. We'll sell. Yeah, I mean that's a big upgrade from the 8. So that's solid.
Those of y'all shirts sold a lot, didn't they? I saw a lot of people wearing those.
I don't know. That's I didn't make
that's
those
Paul's
ones.
view?
I made the Bass and Brews one, and then I didn't. We have to figure that out. But I know we have limited time. We only got you for a couple more minutes. I do want to say, and I hope this is okay, Ramon. Congrats, buddy, on the new kid. I'm super fucking
Thank
stoked
you.
for you. I think that's so awesome.
Yeah,
I am
man.
a little disappointed that the baby didn't come into the world. I was kind of promised. Maybe you guys don't know this, but I was promised that this baby was going to come into this beautiful world on the end of the year kegger. Mom and baby had a different idea and didn't want to do it. I don't know why they wouldn't, but yeah. But super stoked for you, man. That's I
Hey,
think that's
guess what
fucking
I'm
awesome,
doing
dude.
this weekend?
What's that?
I'm going to Costco tomorrow, and this
Yeah.
weekend I'm making bacon.
Can you pick me up a brisket?
If you come down here and
Sure.
cook it with me,
All right.
Can
let's
you
do it.
mail me a Costco hot dog? Because it's like an hour for me.
I'll
What?
make you a hot dog.
Anyways,
Actually, if you're gonna have hot dogs, go find you some bright leaf hot dogs.
oh my
There it
God,
is.
Absolutely
right,
delicious.
There it is.
There it is.
And
He's trying
did they
so-
send you a
Their
cooler
smoked
yet?
Sausage. Oh my God, they're bright leaf
Yo,
smoked sausage. So
I'm not
needs
gonna
to
lie.
Never had.
He loaded that cooler up. I thought he was gonna
Right?
send it to you. I
That's what I
legit thought he was
fucking
gonna send
thought,
it to
too.
you. So I've been waiting to see that cooler arrive.
Yeah, Paul.
And I
did
will
you
say
get a
this: Hey,
Yeti
Bright
cooler
Leaf.
with bright.
Hey, Bright Leaf. I went out specifically looking for Bright Leaf the other day when I was at the grocery store. I
you go.
couldn't find any,
You have to. So go
but
to
it was
their
because
website.
of this man over here
Yes.
that I started
Yes.
looking for Bright Leaf because it looked
Go-
good. So send this man a cooler full
Yes.
of Bright Leaf.
Yes.
Go to their website, and they have a place on there where you can search that carries bright leaf.
Yeah.
And most of your food lines carry it. Most of your Walmarts carry it.
Okay.
Here in our area, Ramon, if you go to Food Line, if you go to
Okay.
Walmart, they should have bright leaf. And you're not far from me, so they should
Nope.
have it. But you can go on to their website and type in
Hey,
your
everybody
your
else,
area,
if-
and it'll come up.
If Brightly sends us sausage and other meat products that look delicious, we will send them to you, non-refrigerated. So I don't know how well it'll be. I will send them in that
They're cured.
shitty
They'll be all right.
Amazon. You think so?
I
What?
mean, if they're cured, they should last a day at least.
You think? Listen, Amandy works for
we
the
can
Postal
send it
Service.
with
There's
dry
no
ice.
way.
I mean,
that
geez,
thing is-
it's
No.
2024.
I'm not
February
sending
10th
nothing.
is a
No.
Chinese New Year. It's the year of the dragon.
Is it?
We can send meat in the mail with dry ice. I mean, there are companies that their whole purpose in existence is to send meat through the mail because you can do it now, Alex. It's not 1955 with motherfucker shit. You can send meat through the mail now.
The
You
only thing
can
I'm
send
sending,
shit through the mail now.
I think you could always do that.
2024 is great.
the only thing I'm sending through the mail is fishing lures and handwritten letters. So
yeah, no shit.
Oh, I thought you were
Again,
about to say
props for
hand
that.
jobs. I was like, well, I've never had
No,
one of those
not
through the
that.
mail, but you know, if you put some KY in that package, it might work.
you
Oh
just made
shit!
Astro-
I fucked up. I'm in Astroglide. I'm in Astroglide.
We're
KY
done.
sucks.
There went that sponsorship.
Listen, on that one, hey, Ramon, I know you got to go to daddy duty. Again, appreciate you coming on, spitting some facts, getting silly with us.
Yeah.
You know, it's always great to have you on. Love having an alumni. Ramon's the man. If you guys don't know him, Ramon Outdoors. It's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that other stuff. If you don't follow him, you should. Because if anything, it's going to make your fish look way bigger because he catches tinies.
That's true. That's true.
All right, Ramon, you got the last word on the episode. What is it?
Ramon,
Yeah.
have you ever eaten beaver?